Salute and welcome to Wild Country Daily Updates. This is an update. This is from Fox News. Trump administration seeks permission to fire head of the Office of Special Counsel. Sorry. Okay. It goes on to say the Trump administration has filed an appeal with the Supreme Court, hoping to get permission to fire the head of the federal agency dedicated to protecting whistleblowers. Now, my thought is yes, I agree with protecting whistleblowers. They should be protected. Now, with firing the federal agency, I would have to say I agree with that too. The federal has their hands in too much of our business. But that's besides that. The emergency appeal obtained by the Associated Press on Sunday could likely be the start of a steady stream of court filings by lawyers of President Donald Trump and his administration aimed at reversing lower court rulings that have delayed his priorities for his second term in office. The appeal seeks to prevent Hampton Dillner from resuming his role as the head of the Office of Special Counsel. It goes on to say a lower court judge previously temporarily reinstated Dillinger to his position, which he was appointed to by former President Joe Biden. Now the Department of Justice is calling on the High Court to lift the judge's order. Dillinger has argued that by law he can only be dismissed from his position for job performance problems, which were not cited in an email dismissing him from his post. Which, again, I would have to agree. If your performance and you're doing your job correctly and you're not being a fraud at your job, then you shouldn't be left go. If you're doing everything right by the books, then you should be okay. The Trump administration petition came hours after an appeals court refused to lift the orders on procedural grounds, which was filed last Wednesday and is expected to expire on February 26. The case is not expected to be placed on the docket until the Supreme Court returns after the President's Day holiday weekend. Once filed, the earliest the justice will be able to act will be Tuesday. It goes on to say Dillinger sued the Trump administration in D.C. Oy, I didn't know he sued Trump administration. So could that be why they want him out of there? Because he sued the administration. Last Monday, following his firing on February 7th, the Trump administration has been met with a wave of lawsuits since Inauguration Day, and legal experts say many of them will likely end up in the Supreme Court's hands. President Trump is certainly being aggressive in terms of flexing executive power and not at all surprised that these are being challenged. John Malcolm, vice president of the Institute for Constitutional Government at the Heritage Foundation, told Fox News Digital last week. Trump kicked off his second term with a flurry of executive orders and directives that have since been targeted by a flood of legal challenges. Since Trump's first day back in Oval Office, more than 40 lawsuits have been filed over the administration actions, including President birthright citizenship, order immigration policies, federal funding freezes, federal employee buyouts, Elon Musk's Department of Government efficiency, and legal action against FBI and DOJ employees. In one of the most recent developments, a Rhode Island federal judge ordered the Trump administration to unfreeze federal funds, claiming the administration did not adhere to a previous order to do so. The Trump administration appealed the order to the First Circuit shortly thereafter, which was ultimately denied. Many of these lawsuits have been filed historically left-leaning federal court jurisdictions, including D.C. Federal Court. Various challenges have already been appealed to the appellate courts, including the Ninth and First Circuits, which notably hand down more progressive rulings. The Ninth Circuit, in particular, has a higher reversal rate than other circuit courts. Now, my thoughts are, protect the whistleblowers. My other thoughts are, okay, you want to fire the head. Yes, I agree, because the federal does screw the states up. I do agree that if you're doing your job right and correctly, then you shouldn't have no worries. You shouldn't have to be asked to be fired. If somebody is wanting to fire you, then that means you're not doing your job too well. So maybe this judge isn't doing their job too well. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see until more comes out, I guess. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Until next time, peace out.